Blagger here, back in video. And since my last time complaining about Rec Room not adding PSVR 2 support did so well, I'm here to complain again. It's been about 10 months, I think, since the headset released, and they still haven't said anything about Rec Room being released there. Well, I guess we're gonna blame Rec Room for my lack of uploads. At least, that's kind of an excuse. But let's face it, it doesn't look like Rec Room will be adding support anytime soon. So, regret sank in. I'm like, I should have gotten another headset. So, I found out the Meta Quest 3 just came out, and upon research, I fell in love with it. So here's 10 reasons why you should get a Meta Quest 3 instead. Because I got it. Now, this is the first time I'm doing a review like this. Ignore the scratching things, and I know this is a part of it inside of it, because I did open this and kind of took a look around and everything. But I put it back together because I was like, yo, let me do the review on this. Oh my god, I think my camera fell. Let's put it back. Ah, my camera's back. But here it is. Here's the Oculus Quest 3. Now let's open it up without ripping it, because I know I always rip my stuff. Now, first thing is, it's so small. And oh my god, it's okay, it's falling out. Yeah, that was a horrible start. But here it is, the Oculus Quest 3. Even though I already opened it, but who gives shit? Now we can take a look at it. Now, I don't know about the weight because I don't have my PSVR 2 to compare anymore. But here's the controllers. The controllers feel lighter and they don't have that ring around it, which I guess is nice. So yeah, but that's not what we care about here. So let's just toss this to the side for now. This baby right here. Yeah. Take a look at it here. Look at this with the 3 cameras, stuff like that. Sure. Oh, this is like a speed review type of stuff, but I really want to get through this. Here it is with the 3 cameras. I know people said the strap's uncomfortable. Just peel the sticker off. Alright. Okay, I gotta take off my glasses for this. But I know you can have it with glasses if you really want. And it's not that bad. I know people complain about light coming in from the nose, but I think when the headset is turned on, you won't notice it. I'll go more in depth in review. Right here we have some speakers. We have the volume, and I think the IBD, or like eyes, distance between eyes or something. I forgot what mine was. In PlayStation, you had a way to track it. Here's the sensors, the 4 sensors. I think this is the on button. But yeah, I'm gonna get this charge up. And while that, you guys watch the review. Now for number 1. In terms of hardware, PSVR 2 surpasses the Oculus Quest 3 by a lot in terms of visuals. With their OLED lenses, you can see colors as deep in the dark or as bright. It's perfect for horror games if you like horror games, if you're into that. Because let's say in Resident Evil 8, the depth color will be better if you're like in a black room or anything like that. But let's not forget the Oculus Quest has pancake lenses. Now, if you don't know what that is, you know how in every headset you have to get a perfect feel, or like you have to move it around before you actually can see like the letters. This one, you just put it on and you see everything clearing. Back to the PSVR 2, it had so much potential with the eye tracking, especially when you can like look there, and you can it would see where you're looking. There was so much things, like for example in horror games, if you would blink, it would recognize it and it would bring something towards you. There was so much elements for it, but a lot of games lacked it. In terms of controllers, I would say the PSVR 2 had a better controller. It had better tracking, it had better everything, and the best part is it's a haptic feedback. The Meta Quest 3 does not have haptic feedback like that. I don't know about the Pro, but the one that comes with the Meta Quest 3 doesn't. The Meta Quest 3 counters it by simply having hand tracking. I cannot tell you how cool the concept of hand tracking is. So you can press a button or press like an air and it just magically works. That is amazing. Number 2, mixed reality. And I know I'm mostly talking about the Oculus Quest, but I'm also comparing it to the PSVR 2 because that's the only 2 headsets I've had, unless you're counting the one from 2016. Now, mixed reality for the Oculus Quest 3, it's a whole new thing. Meta's doing this whole thing where they're implementing mixed reality games, and in my opinion, it looks really, really cool. Reminds me of those AR games you used to have on your phone. You would just play around. I love these, seeing the world and seeing the game at the same time. But obviously you're holding a phone, but not a headset. Especially love mixed reality. I just sat there, looking at my screen. I wasn't even playing any games. I was just browsing the browser, watching movies, watching shows, and just staring at my surroundings. There was another game called First Encounters that I played, but I'm not gonna show you because I didn't even bother recording it. I'm telling you, this mixed reality thing is going places because people are loving it. Now for the next reason why this headset is so cool, it is completely standalone. So you don't need a PC, you don't need a console, you can just play it right there and then. And the best part is it's wireless. It doesn't have to be connected to your phone. It doesn't have to be connected to anything. But there's a huge drawback from that. Unlike the PSVR 2, which always connected to your console, so it always is charged up, or at least it has power going through it. The Oculus Quest has a limited battery. That's one of the biggest issues a lot of people complain about, is the battering. And I personally, after trying it for a while, don't have a problem because I'd rather take breaks. So in between, like as I'm recording right now, my Oculus Quest is charging. So I'm completely fine with the battery running out straight away, or like in 2 hours. There's also accessories like head straps, battery straps, and everything you can add on to make it, I guess, the battery last more. Let's talk about price. The Oculus Quest 3 starts at $500 for the 228GB model, and if you want more storage, it would be $650 for the 512 model. As I'm using my headset, I haven't even got it filled up, even though I have a bunch of games already. So personally, I think the base model is good enough. But on the other hand, we look at the PSVR 2 headset, which is $550, which you would say, oh, that's not really a problem for the great features, unless you already have the console. Let's not forget that PSVR 2 needs the PS5. Like, needs it. You can't connect it anywhere else, so you can't use your phone. There's nothing to do with it if you don't have a PS5. So that brings you total to $1,050. Now, in terms of the exclusives, the PSVR 2 has amazing visual exclusives, but the biggest problem with that, Sony have said that they don't care, I guess, about the PSVR 2 because it's just a side project, so there isn't much to explore. But Horizon Call Mountain was one of the best games I've played, and it was so fun. I even made like 2 videos about it that didn't do, I mean, they did alright. But for the Oculus Quest, Meta has a lot of exclusives that are available for like basically anybody, to the point where most exclusives on the Meta eventually come to PlayStation with a port. But the problem with that, since they're Meta games, they don't use the full potential of the PSVR 2 headset. So there's really no point to purchasing that headset unless you're buying exclusives. For example, for the Oculus Quest, we originally just got Assassin's Creed, and it's not even confirmed that the PSVR 2. It's like, it hasn't even been talked about, and it sucks. It feels like both Rec Room and PSVR 2 don't give a shit. Now, part of the huge reason why I got my PSVR 2 was because I expected all my games to be transferred over, or at least be backwards compatible, but I never even got that, because you would think PlayStation did that for the PSVR 2 non-VR games, they would also do it for their VR games, but no, you can't play your old games unless the company, or like the game developers, decide to upgrade it to the new version. Now, a lot of companies did do that, but the problem is, they made you pay for it again. I mean, some game developers let you have the PS5 version for free, like honorable mentions like Beat Saber or like Vacation Slayer did that for you. So I mean, that was a lot of fun to play, but still a lot of my games were still locked. Not even locked, not I don't say locked, but like unplayable. What's the point of, you know, getting the same headset and the same console and not getting your old games back? That's why I think the Oculus Quest wins in this one too. The Oculus Quest, any games you purchase on the Oculus 2 or like I think the Oculus 1, they will be transferred to Oculus 3. All you have to do is log into the same account, which should have been done for the PSVR 2 if they wanted it to live. No wonder why they're barely getting any sales as expected, which shows how much the Quest, you know, developers love their consumers. So unlike the PlayStation, you don't have to spend money after you upgrade your headset. A lot of people's complaint about the PSVR 2 was the library. It didn't have much games, it didn't have that, which really didn't bother me because I never bought a lot of games, so I don't know how they're so bothered by it. But now I know what they meant. There isn't a lot of games because not everybody likes the same games. Just because PSVR 2 had the same games I wanted didn't mean it had the next person's wish list, which now, looking back at it, that's why I didn't play anything, because there's nothing good to play. But that's really no problem for the Meta, because you don't even have to buy games. There are so much good games that you can play right off the bat. Games like Gorilla Attack, which I never had the chance to play because I was on PSVR 2. Meta's library is so big to the point where I haven't even bought a single game yet. You can literally buy this headset and not even pay for a single game and still have a blast. Let's not forget there's also free trials, free demos you can explore, and this is one of the reasons why I really love this headset. Now let's talk about my favorite feature, the web browser. Now you might be asking, why am I putting a whole section just for the web browser? Because it's that good. Listen, not only can you use it through pass-through mode, which is amazing. I can watch movies, I can do everything. I can have multiple screens at the same time. You can listen to music, watch YouTube. There's also applications where you can watch like sports and events with friends. I think it's called Big Stream or stuff like that. And it's not a part of the web browser, but I guess I can call it like media and stuff like that. There's also a very nifty feature where you can go private mode, so you can, you know, do what you want, and just with a click of a button it gets erased. You remember how I said there's a lot of free games? Well, there's a lot more on the web. Not only can you click any game you want and start playing, there's also stuff like AbLab and this side quest where you can play a bunch of more games. Now, let's say those are still not selling points for you. This is the best part. If you ever want to do gaming VR on a PC, the Quest 2 and Quest 3 can't do that, either via link cable or Airlink. This is the best part. You will just get a Quest just for that. Now for the other features, it is so simple. It's not complicated. I've done it, which sucks because the PSVR 2 should have been able to do that. At least Sony should have allowed that and have their own applications. Maybe in the future Sony would decide, let's make our devices connect to a PC. But personally, I don't think they're willing to do that. Now, the old headset did connect to a PC through mods, but the company that was I think it was called IVRY, they did that, and it's trying to do it for the PSVR VR 2. But since the time I've been following them, it does not look like they're gonna do it anytime soon. So I gave up and went in all for the Quest 3. Now for my final point, and this is quite personal. This is for my channel, my viewers, my subscribers. Let's not lie here. I know you guys are here for Rec Room, and it sucked because for months upon months I couldn't make any Rec Room dedicated content, and that's why I didn't get much views, I guess you might say. But now that I have the Oculus Quest 3, I can do that. You've come to the end of my video. Thanks for staying this long. You might be thinking, oh, this guy's probably getting paid by Meta VR or something and hating on Sony. I've been the biggest Sony fanboy forever. There's no way I'll turn my back on them just for no reason, or I'm getting paid. What do I look like to you? Plus, why would they buy, sponsor a dumb high schooler who's doing, a channel for 300 subscribers? I'm not there yet, but I hope I can get it after this video. Now, before I go, I just want to make an honorable mention. If this video goes as planned, it should be uploaded by November 30th, around midnight. And you might be asking, why November 30th? Well, it's a special day. Not for me, but for somebody else. For my friend, TTV, the one and only. The one who stuck by my side when I was recording Resident Evil 8. The one who was there when I played Control for you guys. The one that everybody would cheer every time he joined the party. And most important of all, the one I absolutely shit on when we played Valhalla. I know he's probably watching, and I just want to tell you, happy birthday, man. And for everybody else that's listening, I want you guys to hold everybody that you care about close, because once they're really gone, you finally realize their true value. I want to thank you, TTV, for always motivating me. And I don't know how much you care about my channel, how much you claim to love the videos, but whatever you said worked. I'm still doing this. I love this, and I owe it all to you. I want to wish you a great year, and for everybody else, I hope I made your day a little bit better. Have a great one.